Oh, hello there, Hive learners! Welcome to today's video in biochemistry. In today's topic, we'll explore the fascinating world of biomolecules, the tiny compounds with massive impact on life itself. But before we proceed with our discussion, here are the learning objectives for this video. First, we'll define biomolecules and explain their role in living organisms. Second, we'll identify and describe the four major classes of biomolecules. And lastly, we'll recognize the importance of biomolecules in maintaining health and supporting body functions. Let's begin with a simple question. What comes to your mind when you think of molecules? Maybe you think of DNA, or sugars, or proteins. If so, you're already on the right track. Biomolecules are chemical compounds found in living organisms. They are the building blocks in life and perform important functions such as energy storage, genetic coding, and structure building. These organic molecules that contain carbon are produced by living organisms and are essential for all life purposes. In other words, biomolecules are the fundamental materials that make life possible, from a simple cell to a complex organ system. So why are these biomolecules important? Let's break it down into three main points. First, they contribute to physiological functions such as metabolism, growth, and repair. Biomolecules are vital because they serve as the foundation for nearly all physiological processes in living organisms. These molecules are involved in constructing and maintaining cells, tissues, and organs, and enabling organisms to grow, reproduce, and respond to their environment. They support a wide range of essential activities such as regulating internal balance, facilitating communication between cells, and enabling movement and repair. Without biomolecules, the body would lack the structural and functional components needed to sustain life. Second, they are involved in metabolic pathways, which are sequences of chemical reactions that keep us alive. In addition to structural roles, biomolecules are deeply embedded in metabolic pathways that fuel biological systems. They act as intermediaries, messengers, and regulators with chains of chemical reactions that convert nutrients into usable energy. These reactions are not random but precisely coordinated to meet the body's needs, whether for energy, healing, or adaptation to environmental changes. Biomolecules help drive these processes forward and ensure that everything runs in an orderly and timely manner. Third, they play a vital role in preventing disease and maintaining health. Beyond internal function, biomolecules also play a significant role in health, maintenance, and disease prevention. A balanced composition of these molecules helps keep the body functioning optimally and protects it from external threats and internal imbalances. When biomolecules are deficient, excessive, and defective, the body may experience dysfunctions that can lead to illnesses and diseases. Understanding biomolecules, therefore, offers critical insights into how the body works and how it can be supported through health interventions, treatments, and preventive care. Now that we understand how important biomolecules are in maintaining life and health, let's move on to our next part of our discussion, the four major classes of biomolecules. Each class has a unique building blocks and functions, but they all work together to support the structure and function of living organisms. These major classes are proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, and nucleic acids.
Proteins. Proteins are essential biomolecules responsible for building and repairing body tissues, among many other roles. Proteins are made up of smaller units called amino acids. These amino acids link together in chains to form complex structures that determine the protein's function. Proteins help build muscles, skin, enzymes, and hormones. They are also involved in transporting substances, fighting infections, and supporting chemical reactions inside the body. Without proteins, our bodies wouldn't be able to grow, heal, or function properly. From hair and nails to enzymes and immune cells, proteins play a vital role in nearly every process in the body. Next up, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the body's main source of quick energy and are important for brain and muscle function. They are made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, usually in a 1 to 2 to 1 ratio. Carbohydrates come in simple forms like sugars and complex forms like starches and fibers. Carbohydrates breaks down into glucose, which the body uses for energy. They also help with digestion and support healthy gut bacteria, especially fiber-rich carbs. Carbohydrates fuels the brain, muscle, and every cell in the body. A balanced intake of carbs helps maintain energy levels and supports overall health. We also have lipids. Lipids are energy-rich biomolecules that plays a major role in long-term energy storage, insulation, and protection. They are made up mostly of carbon, hydrogen, and a little bit of oxygen. The most common types of lipids include fats, oils, phospholipids, and steroids. Unlike carbohydrates, lipids are not soluble in water. That's why oil and water don't mix. Lipids act as a body's energy reserves. They store more energy per gram than carbohydrates. Lipids also serve as insulation, keeping our body's temperature stable and act as a cushion to protect our vital organs. In cells, phospholipids are a major part of the cell membrane, helping control what enters and exits the cell. Without lipids, our cells wouldn't have proper structure and our bodies would lack the energy needed for long-term activities. Lipids also help in absorbing fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, which are essential for overall health. And lastly, we have nucleic acids. Nucleic acids are the blueprint of life, responsible for storing, transmitting, and expressing genetic information. The two main types of nucleic acids are DNA and RNA. These molecules are made up of repeating units called nucleotides, which consist of a nitrogenous base, sugar, and a phosphate group. DNA contains the genetic code for all cellular proteins and is housed primarily in the cell nucleus. RNA, on the other hand, is involved in multiple steps of gene expression, including transcription and translation, converting the information in DNA into functional proteins. Nucleic acids are essential for heredity, gene expression, and protein synthesis, making them fundamental in passing genetic information from one generation to the next and ensuring the continuity of life.
And that concludes our lesson on biomolecules. Today, we've seen how proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, and nucleic acids each play a vital role in supporting life at every level. From providing energy and structure to storing genetic information, these molecules are at the heart of biological processes. Understanding them is not only a fundamental in biochemistry, it's also a key to understanding how our bodies function and how we can maintain health. And just like a bee, always active, always learning, stay focused and stay curious, and keep learning with purpose. Bye!